Chosen one, there is a truth you must face today. A truth that, if embraced, will change your life forever. The selfishness within you is the very thing that is holding you back, creating suffering, and disconnecting you from the divine purpose you are meant to fulfill. This selfishness, this constant focus on me, has shaped your world and your actions for far too long. It has become the lens through which you view everything, distorting your relationships, your goals, and your sense of self. You may not have always recognized it, chosen one, but selfishness seeps into every aspect of your life. It whispers to you that your needs, your desires, and your comfort come first, that the world revolves around your wants. It convinces you that prioritizing your own satisfaction, your own success, is the path to happiness. And while these feelings are natural, they are not the truth of who you are. Your soul was not created to live in isolation, to live for its own gratification. You were made for a higher purpose, a purpose that connects you to the world, to others, and to the divine. Yet, this selfishness blinds you to that purpose. You see others as tools for your own gain. You measure your worth by external standards, and you live in a constant state of comparison, competition, and insecurity. The more you feed your selfishness, the more disconnected you become from the divine flow of love, peace, and fulfillment. What was meant to be a life of harmony becomes a life of struggle, of loneliness, and of empty pursuit. Selfishness, chosen one, is a barrier that keeps you locked in a cycle of want, constantly striving for something you can never fully attain. The more you chase after external validation, approval, success, or material possessions, the more you find yourself feeling empty. The satisfaction you seek is fleeting, always out of reach. But every time you act from this place of selfishness, you are only feeding the illusion that happiness can be found outside of you. This illusion keeps you trapped, believing that more is the answer, that acquiring things will fulfill the void you feel inside. In truth, the void you feel is not something to be filled with things or status. It is a longing for something deeper, something more authentic. It is a call from your soul to return to the light, to reconnect with your true self, and to live in alignment with the divine love that is always available to you. Selfishness prevents you from hearing that call, chosen one. It keeps you focused on the temporary, the fleeting, and the material, while your soul yearns for something far more lasting: love, peace, and purpose. But there is hope, chosen one. The first step in transforming this selfishness, this illusion of self-centeredness, is awareness. You must be willing to look at the truth within you. You must be willing to confront the ways in which selfishness has shaped your thoughts, decisions, and relationships. The people around you, your family, friends, colleagues may have felt the weight of your self-centeredness. Your actions, though perhaps unintentional, may have hurt them. The pursuit of your own desires may have caused you to neglect the needs of others, to disregard their feelings, and to make choices that serve only yourself. Take a moment to reflect, chosen one. Think of the times when you have acted solely for your own benefit, without regard for others. Think of the moments when you have let your desires and needs overshadow the needs of those around you. Whether it was in small, everyday actions or in larger, more significant decisions, your selfishness has impacted the world around you, and in doing so, it has disconnected you from the love and harmony that you were meant to embody. The damage caused by selfishness is not just external, it affects you internally as well. The more you prioritize yourself, the more you build walls around your heart. These walls keep you from experiencing true connection with others, with life, and with the divine. When you are focused solely on your own desires, you become closed off to the love, the grace, and the beauty that exists in the world. You block the flow of peace and joy that is available to you, and you lose touch with the truth of your soul's purpose. But here is the most important part. Chosen one. This selfishness is not a permanent state. It is not who you are at your core. It is a learned behavior, a pattern that has been shaped by fear, insecurity, and ego. And like all patterns, it can be unlearned. The transformation that you are about to experience begins with this realization that selfishness, while natural, is not your true self. It is not what you were made for. You were made to live in service to others, to give love, to share your gifts, and to embrace the divine flow of abundance that is meant to flow through you. The path forward, chosen one, is not about becoming perfect or eradicating selfishness entirely. It is about recognizing it when it arises, understanding why it shows up, and choosing to act differently. It is about shifting from a mindset of scarcity, of fear, and of wanting, to a mindset of abundance, of love, and of service. You were created to be a vessel of divine love, to serve the world and those around you. The more you release your attachment to selfish desires, the more you will tap into your true purpose. The more you will see that everything you need is already within you. But this shift will require effort, chosen one. You must begin by releasing the need to place your desires above everything else. You must begin by considering the needs of others, by showing compassion, and by practicing selflessness in your thoughts, words, and actions. This is not about self-sacrifice. It is about living in alignment with your highest self. When you give love, you receive love. When you give peace, you receive peace. And as you begin to live in this flow, you will experience the fulfillment that desire has promised but never delivered. Remember, chosen one, the greatest gift you can give to the world is your authentic self, your light, your love, your service. These are the things that will bring you true happiness and fulfillment. The more you release selfishness, the more you open yourself to the abundance of the universe, and the more you serve, the more you will find that you are filled, not by the things you acquire, but by the love and peace that come from living in alignment with your true purpose. The journey ahead may be challenging, but know this: you are not alone. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and filling you with the strength and wisdom to move forward. And as you continue to release selfishness and embrace selflessness, you will find that the world around you transforms. You will find deeper connections, richer experiences, and a profound sense of peace and fulfillment. The path to your true self begins now. And with each step, you are moving closer to the life you were always meant to live. Chosen one. Now that you've begun to acknowledge the selfishness that has been guiding your every thought and action, you may find yourself facing a pivotal moment. It is here that you stand at the crossroads, caught between the comfort of the familiar and the beckoning of your true purpose. The darkness within, born from your selfish desires, has held you captive for far too long. But the choice is now in your hands. Will you continue to feed the ego, or will you choose a life of selflessness, love, and divine service? The decision you make in this moment will shape your future. Understand this, chosen one: the desire to protect yourself, to safeguard your own needs, is a natural instinct. We are all wired to seek comfort, to avoid pain, and to prioritize our own well-being. But when these instincts turn into a relentless need for more success, more possessions, more recognition, they begin to erode the very essence of who you are. The protection that selfishness promises you is an illusion, a trap that keeps you locked in a cycle of seeking and never finding. It is the false belief that by focusing only on yourself, you will find happiness and security. But in truth, the more you focus on yourself, the more isolated you become. The more you try to control your environment, the more you distance yourself from the connection and love that you so desperately seek. It's in this isolation that the true damage is done, not just to your relationships with others, but to your relationship with yourself. Selfishness, at its core, keeps you stuck in fear, doubt, and a sense of separation from others. It creates walls between you and the world. Walls that prevent the flow of love and peace that you were meant to share. In the pursuit of self-protection, chosen one, you've built up barriers to love, to trust, to vulnerability. You've allowed fear to dictate your actions, making you hoard resources, seek validation, and constantly compare yourself to others. You've avoided the risk of giving because you fear losing what little you believe you have. But what if I told you that in your attempt to protect yourself, you've been missing out on the very things that would bring you the fulfillment you seek? What if the very act of opening up, of giving, of loving others without expecting anything in return is the key to your freedom? Selfishness isolates you, but love connects you. And it is through this connection that you will find the peace and fulfillment that your soul longs for. The more you hold on to the illusion of self-protection, the more you will find yourself empty, longing for something that you cannot define. But when you let go of that illusion, when you begin to open your heart and serve others, you will discover that what you truly seek was always inside you. You do not need to protect yourself from the world. The world is not your enemy. Your true enemy is the fear that keeps you locked in the prison of selfishness. Now, chosen one, it's time to face the truth. In your pursuit of self-protection, you have pushed others away. You may have hurt those you love, neglected relationships, or failed to show up for people in need. It's not because you didn't care, but because your selfishness blinded you to the true value of giving. You became so focused on your own survival, on your own needs, that you couldn't see the abundance around you. The more you try to protect yourself, the more you miss out on the love and connection that is waiting for you. The first step in breaking free from this cycle is to acknowledge the damage that selfishness has caused. It's not easy, but it is necessary. The relationships that you've neglected or hurt are the key to your healing. They hold the mirror to your actions, showing you the truth of how selfishness has distorted your ability to love and connect. But don't be discouraged, chosen one. This awareness is not a punishment, it is a gift. It's the moment of awakening, the moment when you can choose to live differently. You can choose to live with intention, to choose love over fear, to choose service over self-interest. And in this choice, you begin to heal not just yourself, but the relationships that have been broken by your selfishness. The shift from selfishness to selflessness is not instantaneous. It requires you to turn inward and confront the deep-rooted fears and insecurities that have been driving your actions. You must let go of the need to control everything, to keep everything for yourself, and to protect yourself at all costs. Instead, you must open yourself to the idea that by giving, you actually receive. By serving others, you create a flow of energy that enriches both you and them. The more you give, the more you will find that you are filled in ways that material wealth and external validation could never provide. But, chosen one, it is important to recognize that selflessness is not about sacrificing your needs or neglecting your own well-being. It's about finding balance. It's about giving without losing yourself in the process. It's about showing up for others while also honoring your own needs and boundaries. True selflessness comes from a place of abundance, not scarcity. It comes from the understanding that you are enough just as you are, and that you don't need to hoard love, time, or energy. You can give freely because you are not afraid of losing anything. You know that there is always more to give, and the more you give, the more you are filled. You may find, chosen one, that as you release your selfish tendencies, you begin to feel a deep sense of peace that you've never experienced before. This peace doesn't come from the things you acquire or the validation you receive. It comes from living authentically, from showing up in the world with love, from serving others with a pure heart. You begin to see the beauty in simple acts of kindness, in the joy that comes from helping others without expectation. You find that the more you let go of the need to protect yourself, the more you begin to heal, to connect, and to thrive. Chosen one. The road ahead may still be challenging. There will be moments when selfishness will rise up within you, tempting you to return to old habits. But you now know the truth. You know that selfishness only brings emptiness. You know that true fulfillment comes from love, from connection, and from living a life of purpose. As you continue to let go of the need to control and protect yourself, you will find that the world around you transforms. Relationships deepen, opportunities open, and your heart becomes lighter, and in this space, you will discover the peace, the love, and the freedom that you have been seeking all along. Chosen one. As you begin to shift from selfishness to selflessness, you may encounter a wave of resistance within yourself. The desire to cling to the old patterns will rise up, tempting you to return to what is familiar, to retreat into the comfort of self-centeredness. It is natural for fear to come forward in moments of change, especially when you are being asked to release a way of living that has been a part of you for so long. But in this very resistance, there lies the opportunity for growth. The discomfort you feel as you confront selfishness is the sign that you are on the right path. It is a call to go deeper, to face the roots of the fear that has driven your actions, and to make the conscious choice to step into the light of selflessness. Understand, chosen one, that selfishness is not a natural part of your being. It is a learned behavior, often born from fear and insecurity. It was never part of your divine design. When you act from a place of selfishness, you are allowing the fears and doubts to guide you, to make you believe that you must protect yourself at all costs. But the truth is, you have always been supported by the divine. You have always been loved and cared for, even when you didn't realize it. The belief that you need to protect yourself from the world stems from a fear that has no foundation in reality. The more you feed this fear, the more you distance yourself from the abundance and love that are available to you. The more you choose to protect yourself, the more you create the very walls that isolate you from the divine flow. It is time, chosen one, to release the walls you have built. Let go of the belief that you must hold on to everything tightly, that you must guard yourself from the world. The more you release your need to control, the more you will find that the universe will support you in ways that you could never have imagined. The truth is, when you let go of selfishness, you open yourself to the abundance of life. You allow the divine flow to move through you, to guide you, and to provide for you in ways that are beyond your comprehension. This process of transformation requires you to shift your mindset entirely. No longer can you live from a place of fear, a place where you see the world as something to protect yourself from. You must begin to see the world as a place of opportunity, a place where you are meant to give, to serve, and to share your light. The more you embrace this mindset of service, the more you will discover the richness of life. You will see the people around you not as threats or obstacles, but as fellow travelers on this journey. You will begin to recognize the divinity in each person you meet, and you will understand that your role is to share your light with them, to serve them with love, and to lift them up in their own journey. As you practice selflessness, chosen one, you will begin to feel a shift in your energy. The energy that was once consumed by selfish desires will be replaced by a flow of peace, love, and purpose. You will feel lighter, freer, and more connected to the divine source that flows through you. The more you release the grip of fear and selfishness, the more you open yourself to the abundance of life, and you will find that the things you once sought, wealth, success, approval, no longer hold the same power over you. They become less important because you realize that the true abundance is found in the love you give, in the relationships you cultivate, and in the service you offer to the world. But even as you begin to experience this shift, chosen one, you may notice that old patterns of selfishness still arise. The ego will try to take control, to remind you of the fears and insecurities that once defined your actions. It may try to convince you that you are not enough, that you need more to be happy, or that you must prove your worth. In these moments, It's important to remember that these thoughts are not who you are. They are simply remnants of a past way of thinking that no longer serves you. You have the power to choose differently. You have the power to choose love over fear, peace over chaos, and service over selfishness. When these old thoughts and fears arise, chosen one, do not resist them. Acknowledge them, and then let them go. Recognize that they are not the truth of who you are. You are not your ego. You are not your fears. You are a divine being, filled with love, light, and purpose. And every time you choose to step into that truth, you release more of the selfishness that has held you back. The more you embrace the light within you, the more you will find that your actions, your thoughts, and your words align with your highest self. You will no longer be controlled by the need to protect yourself, but by the desire to serve, to give, and to love. This transformation, chosen one, is not easy, but it is worth it. The more you practice selflessness, the more you will experience the fullness of life. You will find that the things you once thought you needed are not important. What matters now is how you show up in the world, how you serve others, and how you live in alignment with your true purpose. You will begin to see that the more you give, the more you receive. The more you release selfishness, the more you open yourself to the flow of divine love and abundance. This is the true path to fulfillment, chosen one. As you continue on this journey, remember that you are not alone. The divine is with you every step of the way, supporting you, guiding you, and filling you with the strength to continue. As you release selfishness and step into the flow of service, you will find that your life becomes more peaceful, more fulfilling, and more aligned with your true purpose. You will discover a deep sense of joy that comes not from acquiring more, but from giving more. This is the freedom that awaits you, chosen one, the freedom to live in alignment with love, peace, and purpose, chosen one. As you walk further down this path of transformation, you will begin to feel the immense power of selflessness taking root in your life. It is a power unlike anything you have ever known, quiet, humble, yet immense in its ability to heal, transform, and connect. The more you choose to release the grip of selfishness, the more you open yourself to the divine energy that flows through you, guiding you toward your highest purpose. And as you do, something beautiful begins to unfold. Your life becomes aligned with love, peace, and purpose. And the world around you shifts in response. Selfishness has a way of distorting reality. It isolates you, making you believe that you are separate from others, that your worth is based on what you possess or achieve. But as you let go of this illusion, you begin to realize the truth, that your true worth lies not in what you have, but in who you are. You are a vessel of love, peace, and divine purpose. And when you align yourself with this truth, everything else falls into place. The universe begins to conspire in your favor, guiding you to the people, experiences, and opportunities that are in alignment with your soul's calling. But this is not a one-time shift. Chosen one, it is a continual process, a daily practice of choosing love over fear, peace over chaos, and service over selfishness. It requires your full commitment and your willingness to show up every day, no matter the external circumstances. The world will continue to try to pull you back into old patterns, to convince you that success, status, and possessions are the measures of your worth. But you now know the truth. Your worth is not based on anything external. It is intrinsic, unshakable, and divine. In this new state of being, chosen one, you begin to feel a deep sense of peace that comes from within. The desire for more, the need to accumulate, to chase after what you think you lack fades into the background. Instead, you begin to find fulfillment in the present moment, in the relationships you cultivate, and in the service you offer to others. You see the world differently now. You no longer view others through the lens of competition or comparison. Instead, you see them as fellow travelers, each on their own journey, each deserving of love, respect, and compassion. This shift in perspective is profound. When you live from a place of selflessness, your relationships begin to transform. No longer do you seek to take from others to gain validation, approval, or recognition. Instead, you give freely, without expectation, knowing that the love and peace you share will come back to you tenfold. You begin to see the beauty in the simple act of giving, in the joy that comes from making someone else's life better, even in the smallest of ways. Your life is no longer defined by what you take from the world, but by what you give to it. In this state of giving, you begin to feel a deep sense of fulfillment. A fulfillment that is not tied to accomplishments, possessions, or recognition. It is a fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are living in alignment with your divine purpose, that you are contributing to the greater good, and that you are making a difference in the world. The more you serve, the more you receive, the more you give, the more your soul is filled with joy, peace, and love. But even as you embrace selflessness, chosen one, you may find that old habits of selfishness try to creep back in. The ego, which thrives on comparison and competition, may try to convince you that you are not enough unless you have more, unless you achieve more. This is a natural part of the process. The ego does not give up easily. But it is in these moments, chosen one, that you are called to stand firm in your truth. You are called to remember that you do not need anything to prove your worth. You are already enough. You are worthy of love, peace, and abundance simply because you exist. And as you choose to live from this truth, the ego's grip loosens, and the flow of divine love becomes stronger. The world around you will continue to test your commitment to selflessness. The pressures to achieve, to accumulate, to gain approval will not disappear overnight, but chosen one. Each time you choose love over fear, peace over chaos, and service over selfishness, you strengthen the divine connection within you. You deepen your alignment with your true purpose. And as you do, you will find that the things you once sought, wealth, success, recognition, no longer hold the same power over you. They become irrelevant in comparison to the deep fulfillment that comes from living in alignment with your soul's calling. This is the path to true freedom. Chosen one, freedom from the endless cycle of wanting, of comparing, of measuring your worth by external standards. True freedom comes from living in alignment with your divine truth, from embracing selflessness as a way of life. The more you walk this path, the more you will find peace, love, and joy in everything you do. You will begin to experience the beauty of the present moment, the richness of simple experiences, and the profound connection that comes from serving others. And as you walk this path, chosen one, you will inspire others to do the same. Your light will shine brighter, not because you are trying to attract attention, but because it is the natural result of living in alignment with your true self. Your transformation will be a beacon for others who are still trapped in the cycle of desire, selfishness, and comparison. By living authentically and selflessly, you will show them the way to peace, love, and fulfillment. The ripple effect of your transformation will touch the lives of countless others, helping them to find their own path to freedom. The journey ahead is not always easy, chosen one, but it is always worth it. The more you release the need to protect yourself, to control outcomes, and to focus on your own desires, the more you will discover the abundance that has always been available to you. The more you live in service to others, the more you will experience the richness of life. The more you choose love over fear, peace over chaos, and selflessness over selfishness, the more you will align yourself with the divine flow of the universe. This is your path to fulfillment. Chosen one, this is your path to peace, purpose, and divine connection. As you continue to walk it, you will find that everything you truly need is already within you. The external world no longer has the power to define your worth. You are enough, chosen one. And you have always been enough, chosen one. As you move deeper into the practice of selflessness, you begin to notice a significant shift within you, a quiet transformation that takes root in the most unexpected of places. The more you embrace the path of releasing selfishness and letting go of your attachment to the external world, the more you begin to feel the stirrings of a deeper fulfillment. This fulfillment is not found in anything you can acquire or achieve. It is found in the simple act of living authentically, in harmony with your soul's purpose. In this shift, you may find yourself facing moments of discomfort. These moments arise as remnants of old patterns, the ego's last attempts to regain control. The selfish part of you may still try to convince you that you are not enough, that you need more, that you have to prove your worth to the world. But these are simply echoes of the past. Chosen one. They are not the truth of who you are. You no longer need to seek validation or approval. Your worth is intrinsic, rooted in the divine love that is always present within you. You are enough, exactly as you are. The more you practice selflessness, the more you begin to see through the illusions of the ego and its constant need to chase after external things. The more you step into your true power, the less you feel the need to seek validation through accomplishments or possessions. You start to understand that the true measure of success is not in what you own, but in the love you give, in the service you offer, and in the way you show up in the world. Your purpose is not to collect things, but to live in alignment with your divine calling to love, to serve, and to share the light that is within you. As you let go of selfishness, you begin to experience a shift in your relationships as well. No longer will you view others through the lens of competition or comparison. You will no longer see them as tools for your own gain, but as fellow travelers on the journey of life. You will begin to approach your relationships with compassion, understanding, and a genuine desire to give without expecting anything in return. This is the beauty of selflessness. It allows you to see others as they truly are, to connect with them on a deeper level, and to build relationships that are grounded in love, respect, and mutual growth. But even as you embrace selflessness, there will still be challenges. The world will continue to present situations that test your resolve, that tempt you to return to the old ways of thinking. You may face moments when your ego tries to take control, when fear creeps in, or when the temptation to act out of selfishness feels overwhelming. These moments are not failures, chosen one. They are simply opportunities for you to deepen your practice, to reaffirm your commitment to the light, and to choose love over fear. You will encounter these challenges time and time again, but each time you choose differently, you grow stronger in your ability to live selflessly. One of the most important aspects of this journey is understanding that selflessness is not about self-sacrifice or giving everything away without regard for yourself. It is about finding balance, about living from a place of abundance rather than scarcity. When you give from a place of love, you are not depleting yourself. Rather, you are expanding your capacity to receive. The more you give, the more you open yourself to the divine flow of love, peace, and abundance. You are not giving to get something in return. You are giving because it is the essence of who you are. You are a vessel of love, and love is meant to flow through you freely and abundantly. As you practice this selflessness, you will begin to notice that your life becomes richer in ways you could never have anticipated. Your relationships deepen. You begin to attract opportunities that align with your divine purpose. Your work becomes more fulfilling, not because of external validation, but because you are doing what you were always meant to do. You begin to experience a joy that comes not from what you achieve, but from the simple act of living in alignment with your truth. The more you live selflessly, the more you begin to see the interconnectedness of all things. You realize that your actions have a ripple effect, touching the lives of others in ways you may never fully understand. When you choose to live in alignment with love and peace, you create a space for others to do the same. The more you embody selflessness, the more you inspire others to step into their own light and live authentically. Your life becomes a testament to the power of love and service. And through your example, others will be awakened to the truth that they too can live a life of purpose, fulfillment, and connection. And, chosen one, in this process, you will begin to experience a deep sense of peace and contentment that cannot be found in anything external. The pursuit of desire, the need to achieve or possess, fades away, and in its place comes a sense of inner calm, a quiet, knowing that you are exactly where you need to be. You are no longer chasing after things that promise fulfillment but leave you empty. Instead, you are living in the present moment, fully engaged in the beauty of life as it is. This is where true fulfillment lies. Not in the future, not in what you can acquire or achieve, but in the here and now, in the love you give and the peace you create within yourself and with others. As you continue on this path, you will realize that the more you release selfishness, the more you open yourself to the abundance of life. You begin to see that everything you truly need, love, peace, joy, fulfillment has always been available to you. It was never something to chase, something to acquire. It was always within you, waiting for you to uncover it. And now, as you release the hold of selfishness, you begin to discover the depth of abundance that exists in every moment, in every relationship, and in every act of love and service. Chosen one, this path is not easy, but it is worth it. It is a path of transformation, of growth, and of aligning with your divine purpose. The more you choose to live selflessly, the more you will experience the richness of life, the beauty of connection, and the joy that comes from serving others. The darkness of selfishness will continue to try to pull you back. But with every choice to release it, you grow closer to the truth of who you are and the divine purpose you were meant to fulfill. Chosen one, as you step further into the path of selflessness, you will begin to experience a profound transformation in every aspect of your life. The more you release selfishness, the more space you make for love, peace, and divine alignment to enter. You will feel lighter, freer, and more connected to the flow of life that has always been available to you. This release is not just about giving up material things or letting go of external desires. It is about opening your heart to the abundance that exists within you and the world around you. In this space, chosen one, you may begin to notice a sense of liberation growing within you. You are no longer bound by the need to prove yourself or to seek external validation. The chase for more, the hunger for success, for approval, for possessions, fades away. What once seemed so important, the constant pursuit of external goals, becomes irrelevant. What matters now is the depth of your connection to yourself and to others, the love you give freely, and the peace you embody in every step you take. At first, this new way of living may feel unfamiliar. You may encounter moments of doubt, where you question whether the shift is worth it. In those moments, you will need to remember that this transformation is a journey, not an overnight change. It takes time to shift from a life of selfishness to a life of selflessness. But each moment you choose to release desire, to give without expectation, to love without condition, you are taking a step closer to the truth of who you are. The divine love within you is always flowing, but you must be open to receive it. And the more you let go of selfishness, the more you make space for that love to fill you completely. As you continue on this path, you will start to see that selflessness does not mean losing yourself. In fact, it is through selflessness that you discover your true self. By letting go of the false beliefs and fears that have driven you, you allow the real you to emerge, the you who is connected to the divine, to others, and to the world around you. This is where your true power lies. Chosen one, when you live authentically, when you give from a place of love, When you act in service to others, you step into a life of true fulfillment. There is a profound peace that comes with this realization. Chosen one. A peace that can only be found when you let go of selfishness and embrace the truth that you are part of something much larger than yourself. The more you live in alignment with this truth, the more you will experience the abundance of life, not just in material ways, but in every moment. The joy of living in service to others, the fulfillment that comes from giving without expectation, the peace that comes from knowing you are walking in alignment with your divine purpose. These are the things that bring true happiness. These are the treasures of life that can never be taken away. However, even as you experience this shift, you may find moments when the old patterns resurface. The ego, which thrives on self-interest and control, may try to convince you that you are not enough, that you need more, or that you must protect yourself. These moments are simply the remnants of the old self, trying to hold on. But you, chosen one, are stronger than the ego. You have the power to choose. Every time you choose love, every time you choose selflessness, you are reinforcing the truth that your worth is not determined by what you have or what others think of you. Your worth is inherent in your divine essence, in the love and light that flow through you. And so, chosen one, the practice of selflessness continues. It is not about perfection. It is about the conscious choice to live from a place of love, to give freely without expectation, to serve without seeking recognition. As you release selfishness, you begin to live a life of true purpose, one that is aligned with the divine flow of life. In this alignment, you will find that the world around you begins to shift as well. Your relationships will deepen, your work will become more meaningful, and your life will be filled with a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond external accomplishments or material gain. There will still be moments when selfishness tries to creep in, when the desire for validation or success feels overwhelming. In those moments, chosen one, you must choose once again. You must choose to live authentically, to choose love over fear, to choose service over selfishness. The power to make this choice is yours, and each time you make the choice to live from a place of love and selflessness, you strengthen your connection to your divine essence. You reinforce the truth that you are enough, just as you are, and that everything you need is already within you. The more you practice selflessness, the more you will begin to see the world around you change. You will notice the beauty in the simple things, the kindness of a stranger, the joy of a shared moment, the peace of a quiet evening. You will begin to feel connected to everything and everyone around you, realizing that you are all part of the same divine whole. Your actions, no longer driven by selfish desire, will now be expressions of love, peace, and service. And as you give, you will find that you are filled in ways you never imagined. Chosen one, the journey of selflessness is not a destination. It is a continuous unfolding. It is a practice, a commitment, a choice you make every day. But as you continue to live this way, you will discover a life of true peace, love, and fulfillment. You will realize that the more you give, the more you receive, not just in material wealth, but in love, joy, and purpose. The more you step into your divine truth, the more the world reflects that truth back to you. This is the beauty of living selflessly. It is not about sacrifice or giving up your own needs. It is about aligning with your true purpose and letting go of the illusions that have held you back. When you give from a place of love, you will find that you are always replenished. The universe supports you when you act in alignment with your soul's purpose. And as you continue to live in this way, you will see the transformation unfold in your life. Peace where there was chaos, love where there was fear, and fulfillment where there was once emptiness. Chosen one, you are walking the path of true freedom. The release of selfishness is your key to unlocking the life you were always meant to live, a life filled with love, peace, and divine alignment. Keep walking, for your journey has only just begun, and the life that awaits you is one of boundless joy and purpose. Chosen one, as you continue to embrace selflessness and release the chains of selfishness, you begin to witness a remarkable shift in your life. The transformation is not immediate, nor is it always smooth, but it is profound. Each choice you make to serve others, to give without expectation, and to act from a place of love strengthens your connection to your true self and the divine flow that sustains you. You are no longer trapped by the false beliefs that once dictated your life. The pursuit of external validation, wealth, and success no longer has the same grip on your heart. Instead, you are beginning to live from a place of peace, purpose, and love. But even as you make this transformation, chosen one, you may still face moments when the old ways of thinking, the selfish tendencies that once controlled your life, try to reassert themselves. These moments are part of the process. The ego does not relinquish control easily, and there may be times when it calls you back to the comfort of self-interest, of fear, of competition. In these moments, it's crucial to remember that you have already made the choice. You have already begun to step into your true self. And though the ego may try to distract you, you are no longer bound by it. The power to continue your transformation is in your hands, chosen one. You now know the truth, that selflessness is not a sacrifice, but a return to who you were always meant to be. You were created to serve, to love, and to be a beacon of light in the world. The more you live in alignment with this truth, the more your life will reflect the love and abundance that flow naturally when you step into your divine purpose. Every time you choose to act with selflessness, you break the chains that selfishness once bound you with. You release the need to control, to possess, and to prove your worth through external means. And with each release, you open yourself to the greater good of the universe, to the flow of divine love that is always available to you. The more you choose service, the more you will see that the world around you begins to transform. Relationships heal, opportunities arise, and you begin to see the beauty in every moment, no longer focused on what you don't have or what you need to acquire. You will begin to feel the true abundance that selflessness brings. It's not a wealth measured by material possessions or success. It's a wealth that comes from within, a wealth of love, joy, and peace. You will notice that the more you give, the more you receive, not just in material ways, but in emotional and spiritual fulfillment. The more you share your gifts with others, the more the universe will reflect that energy back to you. This is the divine flow in action. When you give from a place of love, you open yourself to receive more love in return. This cycle of giving and receiving is the true abundance that is available to you. But, chosen one, there will still be moments when the old patterns of selfishness try to creep in. They may not look the same as before, but they will still be present. You may encounter situations where fear, comparison, or competition tries to take hold of your heart. These are the moments when you are called to stand firm in your truth. You are called to choose love, to choose service, to choose peace. No matter how strong the temptation to revert to old habits may be, and every time you choose differently, you reinforce the light within you. This process of transformation is a continual unfolding. It is not a destination, it is a journey. And the more you walk this path, the more you will see how everything in your life begins to align with your divine purpose. You will find that the external circumstances you once thought were necessary for your happiness, status, wealth, validation no longer hold the same importance. Your happiness, your peace, and your fulfillment come from living authentically, from giving love, and from serving others with a pure heart. When you release selfishness, you make room for the abundance that already exists within you, and you begin to see that true fulfillment comes from the love you give and the peace you create. As you continue to walk this path of selflessness, you will find that your relationships deepen. You will no longer see others as competition, but as fellow souls on a shared journey. You will begin to appreciate the beauty in each person you meet, understanding that they are a reflection of the divine, just as you are. You will find that the more you give to others, The more you receive, not just in material ways, but in emotional and spiritual fulfillment, the more you serve, the more you will see that the universe has an endless supply of love and abundance to offer. Chosen one, this is the beauty of selflessness. It opens you to a life of endless possibility. It is not about losing yourself or sacrificing your needs. It is about discovering who you truly are and living in alignment with that truth. When you give without expectation, when you serve with love, you unlock the divine flow that brings peace, joy, and fulfillment into your life. This is the life you were always meant to live, and the more you embrace selflessness, the more you will experience the fullness of that life. The journey is not always easy, chosen one, but it is always worth it. Every time you release selfishness, you make room for the love and peace that will fill your life. You are stepping into a higher version of yourself, one that is aligned with your divine purpose, one that serves the greater good, and one that experiences true fulfillment. You are no longer bound by the ego, by fear, or by desire. You are free to live the life you were always meant to live. So, as you continue on this path, remember that you are not alone. The divine is with you every step of the way, guiding you, supporting you, and helping you navigate the challenges that arise. Trust in the process, chosen one, and know that as you release selfishness and embrace selflessness, you will find peace, love, and fulfillment beyond anything you could have imagined. You are walking the path of true freedom, and with each step, you are becoming the person you were always meant to be. The world is waiting for you, chosen one, and as you step into your true purpose, you will discover the beauty, the love, and the abundance that has always been within your reach. Chosen one, now that you are beginning to live with more selflessness and less attachment to the fleeting desires of the world, you will start to feel an undeniable shift in the way you experience life. There is a peace that comes from this release, a peace that was always within you, waiting to be uncovered. However, even in this new phase of your journey, challenges will arise. The world will test you, tempting you to revert to old patterns, to once again place your needs above others. These challenges, however, are not signs of failure, but of growth. They are opportunities to deepen your commitment to the path you have chosen, to reinforce your intention to live a life rooted in love, service, and divine purpose. The pull to selfishness may still appear, not as a giant force, but as quiet whispers that lure you back into old ways of thinking and behaving. This is when you must remind yourself, chosen one, that selfishness does not serve you. It never has, it never will. When you make the choice to live selflessly, you free yourself from the cycle of fear, comparison, and emptiness that selfishness perpetuates. Your worth is not tied to what you possess, what you can control, or what others think of you. Your worth is inherent in the light that is within you, in the love that flows through you, and in the purpose you are fulfilling in this world. Remember, chosen one, that your life is not measured by how much you accumulate or how much recognition you receive. It is measured by the love you give, the peace you share, and the way you live your purpose. When you embrace selflessness, you align yourself with the divine flow of the universe, and this flow brings you the true fulfillment you have been seeking. You will begin to see that everything you need, whether it's love, support, or abundance, is already available to you. Not because you are chasing it, but because you are aligned with your divine self. However, the world around you will continue to try to convince you that selfishness is necessary, that you must strive, push, and compete for what you want. These messages are loud and persistent, but they are not your truth, chosen one. You have discovered that peace comes not from the endless pursuit of more, but from the acceptance of what is. The more you live in alignment with this truth, the more you will feel the power of divine love working through you. you will no longer feel the need to prove your worth to others or to yourself, because you will know, deep in your soul, that you are enough as you are. When the pull of selfishness comes, remember that it comes from a place of fear. Fear that you will not be enough. Fear that you will lose what you have. Fear that you are not worthy of love. But these fears are not the truth of who you are. You are a child of the divine, chosen and loved, worthy of all the blessings the universe has to offer. You do not need to chase after them. They are already yours. The only thing you need to do is live in alignment with the love and peace that are your birthright. In this new way of living, chosen one, you will also begin to see the profound impact your actions have on the world around you. The energy you give out, whether it's love, kindness, or service, will ripple out into the lives of others, creating a wave of transformation that you cannot fully comprehend. Your choices to live selflessly will inspire others to do the same. Your light will shine brighter, not because you are trying to attract attention, but because it is the natural result of living in alignment with your true self. This is the divine flow in action. The more you give, the more you receive. The more you serve, the more the universe will reflect back to you the abundance of love and peace. But this is not a path without struggle. The ego will continue to try to assert itself, to convince you that you are not enough, that you need more to be fulfilled. These old patterns will try to re-emerge, and in these moments, you are called to be vigilant. It is easy to slip back into old habits, to return to the comfort of selfishness when life feels difficult. But in those moments of struggle, chosen one, know that you are being tested. You are being asked to go deeper, to choose love and peace once again, and to reinforce your commitment to living authentically. Remember that you are not alone on this journey. The divine is always with you, guiding you, supporting you, and loving you. Every step you take towards selflessness is supported by the universe, and with each step, you move closer to your true purpose. The more you let go of selfishness, the more you will align with the divine flow of love and abundance. The more you practice selflessness, the more you will experience the richness of life in ways that no external validation, success, or material possession could ever provide. As you continue to live selflessly, you will notice that your sense of connection to the world around you grows stronger. You will see that the people you interact with, the experiences you have, and the challenges you face are all part of the greater tapestry of your soul's journey. Everything is interconnected, and the more you give, the more you are connected to the divine flow that sustains all life. You will no longer see others as separate from you, but as fellow beings on the same path of transformation. This deep sense of interconnectedness will fill your life with joy, compassion, and purpose. In the release of selfishness, you will find the true meaning of abundance. It is not in what you acquire, but in what you give. It is not in what you achieve, but in how you love. True abundance is the peace you experience when you live authentically. When you serve from a place of love, and when you align with your divine purpose. And as you continue on this path, you will discover that the universe is always supporting you. You are enough, just as you are. You are loved, just as you are. And in the embrace of this truth, you will find the fulfillment you have always sought. Word count 100. Awaiting. Continue the next section with 1,100 words. Continue the next section with 1,100 words. Section 8. Chosen one. As you stand at this final threshold of transformation, you begin to recognize the full extent of what has been unfolding within you. You have released the chains of selfishness, stepped away from the endless cycle of desire, and embraced a life of selflessness. You have faced the deepest parts of your soul, acknowledging the darkness that once held you captive and choosing the light. This is not a moment of completion, but of profound evolution. The journey you have undertaken has not been easy, but it has been necessary. And now, as you reach the final step, you will begin to see the incredible gifts that this transformation has brought into your life. This shift you've experienced, chosen one, is not just about releasing selfishness. It is about embracing a way of living that is rooted in love, in peace, and in divine purpose. As you choose selflessness, you are aligning with the very essence of your soul, with the divine plan that was set in motion long before you ever took your first breath. And with each passing day, as you continue to release the old patterns of selfishness and fear, you step more fully into the person you were always meant to be. The light that has always been within you begins to shine brighter, not because of anything you've achieved, but because you have chosen to live in alignment with the truth of who you are. In this space, chosen one, you begin to realize that the fulfillment you have been seeking was never outside of you. It was always within you. The things you once believed would bring you happiness, status, wealth, recognition, have proven themselves to be fleeting, hollow pursuits. Now, you see that true fulfillment lies in living a life that is grounded in selflessness, in love, and in service to others. It is in giving without expectation, in loving without condition, and in living a life that is aligned with your higher purpose. This is where true abundance lies, not in what you acquire, but in what you give and share with the world. The more you embrace this selfless way of living, the more you will begin to feel the profound peace that comes from living in alignment with your soul's purpose. The peace that once seemed so elusive now fills your heart. You realize that peace is not something you need to chase or obtain. It is something you experience when you are fully present, fully engaged in the now, and fully aligned with your true self. In this peace, you find joy that does not come from external circumstances, but from within, from the love that flows freely through you. But this peace and fulfillment do not come without their challenges. As you continue to live selflessly, the world will test you. Old habits, old desires, old fears may rise up, trying to pull you back into the cycle of selfishness. There may be moments when you doubt your ability to stay on this path, when the temptation to return to the old ways feels overwhelming. In these moments, chosen one, you are reminded of your true strength. You have already walked this path. You have already chosen love over fear, peace over chaos, and selflessness over selfishness. Each time you make this choice, you reaffirm your commitment to your divine purpose. And the more you do this, the stronger your resolve becomes. In these moments of challenge, remember that you do not need to be perfect. The path to selflessness is not about perfection. It is about progress. It is about choosing love, peace, and service over and over again, even when it feels hard. Every choice you make to live selflessly, to act from a place of love, brings you closer to the person you are meant to be. You are not alone on this journey, chosen one. The divine is with you every step of the way, supporting you, guiding you, and filling you with the strength to keep moving forward. You are part of a greater whole, and as you continue to walk this path, you inspire others to do the same. The light you radiate becomes a beacon for those who are still lost in the cycle of selfishness, showing them the way to freedom and fulfillment. As you continue on this path, chosen one, you will begin to see the world through new eyes. You will no longer see others as competition or obstacles to your success. Instead, you will see them as fellow souls on a shared journey, each worthy of love, compassion, and respect. You will begin to understand that true abundance comes from the relationships you build, the love you share, and the ways in which you serve others. The more you give, the more you will receive. This is the divine flow of love. Give without expectation, and you will find that the universe always provides. Chosen one, in this final stage of your transformation, you are called to embrace the divine flow of life fully. Release the fear, the doubt, and the need for control. Trust that the universe will support you in living your divine purpose. You are exactly where you need to be, and everything is unfolding as it should. You are a vessel of love and light, and when you live authentically, in service to others, you create a ripple effect that transforms not just your life, but the world around you. Your transformation is the transformation of the world. And as you live in alignment with your divine truth, you invite others to do the same. The world is ready for the light you carry. Chosen one, the time has come for you to fully step into your purpose, to give freely, to love unconditionally, and to serve the greater good. Your selflessness is the key to unlocking the life you were always meant to live. A life of peace, joy, and divine alignment. As you continue on this journey, remember that you are never alone. The divine is always with you, guiding you, and supporting you. You have everything you need within you to fulfill your purpose and live the life you were born to live.